Evening everyone. So in today's class we'll be discussing about modern history. As you know, uh, I hope everyone is quite good and studying well properly, and you know that in the upcoming EPFO examination we have a lot of question they might giving from the modern history part, as you know. So in today's class, we'll be discussing only about the modern history part, from where you need to study, how much depth you need to study there, because the question of depth, the knowledge of depth means a lot in the examination, as you know, because it's a, after all, as you know, it's a uh, very competitive examination. The competition is quite high there, and the people from UPSC and other civil service, state civil service background will be compete with each other in the examination, and the modern history part will be very much proficient in manner. Okay, so the last year, if you have to go about the trend analysis of the last year, what we might find here, that is, in the last year APFC examination, there was near about 7 questions from modern history, and AOU examination there was near about roughly there are 10 questions from modern history. There are roughly 7 questions from modern history and APFC, both in 2023. As you know, the last exam was conducted on 2023, as you might have known. Okay, so my point of view is very simple. The modern history part holds a very prominent aspect of the examination, as you know, because you'll be getting questions from this examination here. Now, what will be this year? This year, as we have a single CRT examination, thus we have a single CRT, that means combined recruitment test examination this year. So, what will happen? What will happen this year in terms of modern history? In terms of modern history, we'll get more questions. Okay, in terms of modern history, we'll get near about 12 to 15 questions from modern history this year alone in the examination. Although the I would say the pattern of the examination will remain same, but we might have surely have more than 10 plus question from modern history. Now, what every student is misunderstood about the depth of the knowledge that you require in terms of modern history, in terms of every topic, specifically today that we are discussing only the modern history part. In terms of depth, modern history and depth, that is the most important part, because see, people from various background will be giving the examination. Some you might be from like SSC background, some you might be from state PSC background, some you might be from UPSC background, but you don't have the idea of the depth of the examination that will be that you are getting in the EPFO examination right this year. Because I'm not I'm a I mean I'm a straightforward person. I'm not always telling you that motivational quotation like other this is a very easy examination you can do. I'll give you the exact detail here. I'll give you the exact reality here. The depth of the question will not be similar to SSC, even will not be similar to any state PSC, whether it is Bihar Public Service Commission, Uttar Pradesh Public Service Commission, West Bengal Civil Service Commission, Tripura, Assam, doesn't matter. Even the question will not be as per UPSC prelims. It will be more standard and more in depth than UPSC prelims. Okay, it will be more in depth because the subject is quite limited there. In UPSC prelims, you need to study ancient history, medieval history, as well as modern history. But here you only need to study the modern history and the art and culture aspect of this ancient, medieval, and modern. That's all. You don't there. We don't have ancient and medieval history in the syllabus. It's clearly written there. We don't have the ancient and medieval history in the syllabus itself. So what we have to do, we have to focus and give all our strength in only the modern history part. That is from 1700. Although technically modern history starts from the Battle of Plassey 1757, but 1700s to 1947. This time period we need to study a lot, and also in very in-depth manner. Okay, because the question will be coming in the very in-depth manner. Last year, as you know, last year in 2023, they have meticulously crafted certain questions that are beyond most people limitation. Even the toppers cannot solve the modern history question there. The modern history question that have uh, asked in the paper last year, that is quite different and quite untrendy in nature. What's untrendy? This type of question you will not see in any examination, not even in UPSC. Okay. So that's the difference between what uh, your preparation and your knowledge about the exam. Because at first, before preparation, uh, suppose you are preparing and you are preparing on SSC level. Many educators are there who are giving materials on SSC level, and many educators are there who are giving material on state PSC level, and there are quite few educators who are giving the materials on the UPSC level. Let me tell you that you will not be cracking the examination with the help of these materials, because this is not UPSC. I mean, civil service. Obviously, the exam is taken by UPSC, but this is not civil service. This is EPFO. And another thing is, the APFC and the AOO, both the examination will be conducted together. Okay, so this is not UPSC that you just study the UPSC topics and you just go there and easily solve the MCQs that are coming. No, you cannot. You might up to like 7 to 8 MCQ you might solve from this question, but you need to solve all the questions that are comes under the modern history part. Okay, so what are the topics? What are the uh, how you should be prepared? How you should be preparing? What are the topics you need to jot it down? Let me get you an idea of the thing so that you can study. See, I am not only telling you that you need to. I mean, there are many. It's a demo class. Many of you are not from our paid batches. Some of you have might from our paid batches, as I'm seeing here. Like Shonok is from paid batch. Many of you are from our paid batches. But the thing is, I'll tell both the strategy to everyone. That's including the free resources and the paid batch of ours. How you can prepare. I'll tell you the both. First, you need to follow our resources. For the free, those are self-studying. Spectrum is your only way. Spectrum is your only way. You need to fully cover up the spectrum. That's the only way. You cannot do it because, see, the thing is, it will be very much difficult without spectrum, because the depth and the level of question that you'll be getting in modern history here, it will be very much different. You need to study spectrum as well. Okay, so that is the most important part. First, you need to study the spectrum. Then you need to study the terminologies, not regular terminologies. Regular means that are coming in the SSC examination. Suppose, let us permanent settlement or dos trisala. There are multiple terminology. This sort of that you need to study. But these are regular terminologies. Don't go for regular terminology. Try to get the terminologies from the PIQ of UPSC as well as CDS and previous EPFO papers. Try to jot the terminologies that are, simply try to go through the modern history question from these sections. UPSC Civil Service for the last 10 years, CDS for the last 5 years, and the EPFO for the last 10 years. Because EPFO is not a regular examination, it's you'll find like hardly 2-3 question in the last 10 years. Okay. Got it. Anyway, so this is the overview of the whole thing that you need to follow for the free batches. Those who are in paid batches, you don't need to worry about anything, because we'll give you two type of note. Another is fully spectrum based note, spectrum based notes. We'll give you a summarized version of spectrum so that you can study easily. And another thing, we'll give you a list of terminologies. And along with any other supplementary material like timeline plus mind maps, we'll be giving this so that you can prepare properly. Okay. Let me tell you one thing. That's you need to be clear out about one thing. What is that? That is, no matter what educator is telling you what, I personally given the APFC paper, and for 11 marks I could not, in 2023 I could not crack the interview. For 11 marks I was short of 11 marks due to my mistakes, because like I did not study the GAP, general accounting principle, properly. The account section I did not study. I'm telling out the APFC. So I got like 179 or 179 I got 179 or 178, because the cutoff was 187. So near about 11 point 10 point something I uh, did not get. So let me tell you one thing, because I give the examination, I have a first hand experience of the whole thing. Let me tell you one thing, that is, no matter what educator is telling you what, but try to remember this: the GS section, the section of GS, and that means what is in the GS: modern history, art, culture for the whole era, certain population geography, population and development geography, and computer and science technology. So this is our GS section. Oh, another is polity and economic trends. So remember one thing, you will get in-depth question from this section. Let me tell you that. So if you are studying with SSC material, SSC, suppose Tarun Goel or like Lucent or any other yeah, sources, this will not gonna take you to the winning list. Okay, it will not gonna happen, because this is not the examination that they will be asking question from Lucent itself. So it's not gonna happen. You need to study in depth manner. You need to study specifically in the computer part. So if you go through the previous year EPFC question, you will literally find that they have given a very in-depth question from CPT, computer awareness, okay? And science tech portion also, as well as in polity. Although polity, if you study Lakshmikant and economic trends, you did not need to study any specific book. Just go through the current affairs. That would be all. Okay. So if you have any question, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. You just need to understand one thing. This is an examination. It's a very good examination. It's only one of the few examination where you can literally get a highest level job from, I would say, from a single exam. From a single exam you can get a highest level job. Your salary will be more than IAS. Here, let me tell you that many people ask, sir, because I made some certain videos and many comments I get like, sir, is it really the, I mean, in APFC, specifically in APFC, is the salary is really higher than IAS? Yes, the salary is higher than IAS because it's a very simple reason. In IAS, they will deduct the HRA, because obviously you need to stay in a bungalow or a apartment that is for the IAS officer, administrative officer, so they will deduct the HRA. Near about, it's different percentage, although there 9%, 18%, and 27%, depending on the city. X city, Y city, Z city. Okay. They will deduct that. But in APFC, if you, they will also give a quarter, but if you do not want to stay there, you can also stay in any other areas on. It's a regional posting. I mean, the major area that we have a central region, we have a eastern region, we have a northern region, and the southern region and western region. There are 5 regions in APFO. So you might post it in any regional headquarters. Like in eastern India we have Kolkata. In central India most probably it will have Nagpur, if I'm not wrong. I'm not very sure. New Delhi there, and Chennai is there, Mumbai is there. Okay, that's why the salary will be, because there are many perks, and also like money, many small amount of money is deducted in the IS because of like your gardening, your housekeeping, HRA, your certain housekeeping allowances are there, so they will deduct. But in APFC, the pay band is very similar, level 10. But in EPFO, you will have certain extra certain elements. Suppose bag, laptops, and for your, I mean, for your blazer, I mean, coat, the overcoat, the formal dress, you will get emoluments. So the salary would be little bit higher than IS in APFC in terms of enhanced salary. Okay. So this is the overview of the whole examination. Got it? Now, what I'm telling, so I hope you have a great idea about the modern history, how to study the modern history. Those who are studying, self-studying, did not want to join any batch, they can easily study the spectrum as well, because it's the only thing you need. If you are telling me, sir, I will not study spectrum, yeah, welcome, you are welcome. You can study Lucent also, but in the examination, when you try to solve the answer, you might face little very big problem there. You might not literally facing problems there, surely facing problems there in the actual examination, because the level of question will be much higher. The examination is solely based on what? The examination is solely based on 3 things. Let me tell you that it's a very endurance based examination. After, like, I've discussed the topics, I've discussed the issue with today, I've discussed the modern history, but let me tell you how to crack the examination, what need to be done. See, there are 3 topics. One part is you have English, quantitative aptitude, logical listening, that's all. This is a part there. And another part is we have the entire GS part is there, and another part is the other part. Other part means that general accounting principle, labor law, social security, that is extra in the EPFO. So the thing is, this is the in-depth part. For this is you need practice. This is you need proper resource, because the area is quite vast. Okay? And this, you just need basic concept. Even if you study the NCRTs, although there are some topic that you need to jot it down, like insurance and general accounting principle, auditing, you can study from NCRTs too, but you need the basic concept, that's all. Certain 1 or 2 question will be very difficult, but other than that it will be very much easier. So the exam is only endurance examination. Why? Because there will be 120 question and you will get 120 minutes. I am assigning 20 minutes for the OMR sheets fill up. It will require at least 20 minutes to fill at least 100 questions. So you will get only 100 minutes for 120 questions. The question will be very much lengthier. It's not a like single question that we get in CGL or banking examination or 2 3 line question. If you see, if you see the previous year papers, you will see there are literally half page question. There are questions that consist half a page of the question paper. That's how the questions are. That's how lengthy the questions are there. Okay. So this is, you can literally imagine, you're literally getting like 45 seconds or 50 seconds to read and solve the question there. I'm keeping aside the English part, I'm keeping aside the lengthy quants part and lengthy logical reasoning part. Although last year in APFC we have seen only one logical reasoning, a sitting arrangement was there, but it will take a lot of time. That will hampering your other areas, other questions. So you need to practice a lot. This is the only way to crack the examination, with proper resources and proper practice. That's all. Okay. Because everybody, those who are a little bit serious, they can easily conquer this section and this section, but they will not conquer it. It will be very much difficult for them to prepare this section only. Okay. Because time is very less. You might tell that there are many students in UPSC background who have prepared this section quite meticulously. Yes, they might, but they need to also study. They need to also revise the thing, because the depth will be very much higher than UPSC prelims. Okay, so this is the overview of the whole thing. I hope you understand and you have an idea of how things are there. Got it? So start preparing. We will take 2 3 more free classes, and if you need any help or if you want to join our batch, WhatsApp or let us know in the group. Okay, thank you and good night.